Thank you for tuning in. Today we're diving into the world of mechatronics engineering, and I have with me Engineer Lilian Kamau, not electrical, sorry, mechatronics engineer. Yeah, a mechatronics engineer, and she's going to help us unpack everything about the world of mechatronics engineering. Now, something about this engineering is I don't think many people know about it. Because personally, even me, I came to learn about mechatronics this year in a very funny way. I learned about it from my brother. He had done his exams and he was looking for courses to consider. And he was like, "What about mechatronics?" I was like, "What is that? I've never heard about it, and I'm in engineering." So then I just started looking. Then I found out it's a whole course. It's a whole degree that I didn't know about, and I was just wondering how many people didn't know about that, and also wondering, if it's like if you don't have the whole knowledge, it's like you think about the time when you're making a decision and you're like, okay, not every option was presented to you. So actually, I wanted to have you, Lilian, introduce yourself, and then maybe we can dive deep into what mechatronics engineering is and also what you're doing in your career as well. So you can tell us a bit about yourself, what you do, your studies, and whatever else you want to say. Sorry, Lilian, you can't hear you. No, no audio from your end. No. No, no. So thanks everyone who is tuning in. Today we're having a conversation with Lilian, talking about mechatronics engineering. We're going to dive deep into what she's doing in mechatronics in just a moment. Thank you for tuning in. Please present your questions, any questions that you might be having wherever you're watching from YouTube, and we'll get back to you shortly. Hi, Lilian. Hi, Lilian. No, not yet. Unless it's from my end, maybe anyone who is watching can let us know if they can be able to hear you, but I can't hear anything from my end. Thank you so much for those who have tuned into the talk today. We are here with Lilian Kamau. We're going to continue the conversation shortly. She's having a bit of technical issues on her hand with her sound, but as soon as we resolve that, we'll be back here and we will continue the conversation. Please keep any questions you have about today's talk, Mechatronics Engineering, on the comment section wherever you are. We'll be able to get to it. Thank you for tuning in. Hi, Lilian. Welcome back. Yeah, now we have your audio.
Okay, I was hoping, the camera would work live, good quality, but I guess not. So, are
Yeah.
we still live?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes. Yes.
okay.
Yes. So I
So,
think, yeah, we'll just continue the conversation. Um,
okay.
so, of course, today we're talking about mechatronics engineering and talking
Yeah.
about, yeah, what it is and also what you're doing on your end with mechatronics. And I was telling you,
Mm-hmm.
I was just how many people know about mechatronics engineering, and also telling you
Yeah.
how I got to know about this uh, a degree or this course in mechatronics, this career path in mechatronics. And when I
Yeah.
shared with our audience in TikTok, there was so many questions and people wanted us to talk more about it. And so we started a whole
Okay.
conversation about mechatronics engineering. So I wanted you
Okay.
to introduce yourself before we dive deep in mechatronics.
Okay. Thank you so much, Marion. Thank you for having me, and it's a pleasure to be here. So, my name is Lilian Kamau. I'm a mechatronics engineer by profession. And, I don't know if I would start talking about mechatronics immediately, or do you have, specific questions? Because it's a
Mm,
very broad topic. Yeah.
mm. Of course,
Yeah.
yeah, I do. And I think the
Mm-hmm.
first question that comes to mind is, what's like, did you always know about mechatronics? Like I'm taken back to after your high school. Like, how did you
Mm-hmm.
come to
Yeah.
mechatronics? Yeah, like, did you know about it? Who told you about it? Yeah, I really want to know where this came, how all this started.
Okay. I didn't know anything about mechatronics. Actually, I went to JQuat and I was called in for computer science.
Mm-hmm,
I went to a few classes and I was like, oh my God, this programming thing is not working.
mm-hmm,
So I engineering was my second option. I actually wanted to do electrical,
mm-hmm,
but a friend of mine, her name is Claire, she was in my class and we went to high school together. She was like, oh, I'm doing this course. It's called mechatronics. And I was like,
mm-hmm,
yo, why not? And
mm-hmm.
I didn't do any research. I was like, she's doing it and she recommends it. And I switched from computer science to mechatronics and I was escaping programming. And then I went and found programming still in mechatronics hidden, hidden in other years. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's how I went into mechatronics. Yeah.
That's actually an interesting one. Like, I've
Yeah.
talked to engineers, and actually, I love how everyone's story is unique of how they got to engineering, and
Yeah.
also, yeah, you see, like, you didn't know about it when you were selecting your courses to campus. You came to know about it later.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, okay. And also another backstory. Did you always want to pursue
Mm-hmm.
engineering? Did you have like a passion for engineering
Yeah.
ever? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had a passion for engineering. I remember when I was young, there was
Mm-hmm.
my friend's dad. I think he had done engineering or he was just way into electrical.
Mm-hmm.
So he used to come around, help us fix stuff, and I was like, I think I want to do electrical engineering. Plus, I was so good at physics and math. I love sciences. So I kind of knew I would go in that direction
Yeah.
after high school. So yeah, engineering was in my mind a lot, even in high
Mm-hmm.
school. Just
Yeah.
didn't know there's so many aspects of engineering that you can go into, not just electrical, and even within electrical, there's other subdivisions. So
Mm-hmm.
there's actually not a lot of knowledge out there. Everyone just says, I want to do engineering, but there's
Mm-hmm.
a lot in engineering. Yeah.
I agree. I agree, Lillian. And actually,
Mhm.
you have touched deep into some of the things that we do at One DC Talks, because
Okay.
recently in this past um, KCSE exams, we try to get those who have done their exams to sign up for a program so that we can take them through various options they have in engineering. Because mostly you find that at that point where you're making your choice, you don't know the options that you have, and even the options you have, you really don't know what they're about. Like,
that's
yeah,
very true.
you don't know. So we try to do that because you find that most people, they can understand their career way later. Even like, I think even way after campus, after you start working, that's when you understand what mechatronics is about, or any whatever engineering you're doing. And I wanted to ask something
That's
that, like,
very
this, what was the most
true.
surprising thing you experienced in mechatronics? Like, you going there, was it, you said your friend told you you can try out this course and then you went and tried it out? What was in your mind when you went to it? Did you find it exciting? Did you find it surprising? At what point did you actually come to start enjoying the course? Did that ever happen?
It did later later on. So I went into mechatronics, that is, and there was a lot of calculus. Calculus was a thing. So we had this lecturer, I can't remember his name. He would extend till like the night. It's Friday, you want to go hang out with your friends. It's Friday, 7 p.m., you're in class. No one understands why you're still in class like till like 8 p.m. So at first I was like, I think engineering will take much of my time. And I really wanted to experience the social life in campus. I wanted to have fun, but I was like, I realized later on it will take so much time. So at the beginning with the calculus and the weekend going to labs, I was like, this is actually bumming me out. But the more I went into like other mechanical subjects like thermodynamics, I was like, I actually enjoy engineering and it's taking my time, but since I'm a bookworm, I love reading. So I was like, it's okay, I get it and it's fine for me. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, actually, that's true. It took a bit of time. It took a bit of
It
time
takes time.
compared to other
Yeah,
students.
there's someone who is thinking, I want to go to campus, I want to build a social life, I want to have fun.
Yeah.
Having fun is paramount, but if you are not willing to put in the work hours, reading, going to library, understanding concepts, then engineering might not be for you. Yeah.
Okay. Actually, thanks for laying that out there. And also, yeah, painting a picture of what engineering school could look like. That's actually very helpful. I think now now that you have your backstory, we can move forward now to after campus. Now you work in renewable energy, the renewable energy industry. And I have to tell you, Lilian, if you told me, okay, mechatronics, I don't know, this renewable energy industry, it seems to be for everyone. Like, I think I've talked to electrical engineers, they're there, biosystems engineers, they're there, civils, they're there. And now mechatronics also, you are there. So could you connect the dots for us? How is mechatronics coming into renewable energy? And why renewable energy? Why, of all the options you had, why renewable energy? And then also maybe you can take us through the options that are there. For example, when I have when I've studied mechatronics, what are the industries that can work apart from renewable? Yeah.
Okay. So, how did I come into renewable energy? So, in like fourth year, I had a job. I was a marketing like specialist for an Indian company who were distributing, solar items. I used to do that on the side. So after campus, I had experience in that. And the
Yeah.
market, honestly, it's a bit unfair, but the market looks at your experience.
Mm-hmm.
So I get out of campus, got connected with another company. They were doing e-mobility and solar. So
Mm.
I had experience in solar. So they were like, since you have experience in solar, we will teach you on e-mobility, converting mechanical bikes to e-bikes, and you can do the solar that you already know. So they took me for trainings, and they took me for a lot of trainings, and within those trainings, that's when I got into the renewable energy, like legit. So
Mm.
then after that, I went into another company as a technical sales engineer, and then I became a design engineer. So that was more of electrical. So I did the electrical that I was not that fond of, and that's how I got into renewable energy. I did design and everything that entails that.
Mm.
So, what industries can you work in? So many. I think mechatronics engineers can work in any industry,
Mm.
because there's someone who will major in robotics, there's someone who will major in automation, there's someone who will do thermodynamics and fluids, there's someone who will go into solids and structural engineering. So it depends on what path you take after school and what you
Mm.
decide to major in. So I have colleagues like in who work in Safaricom as software engineers. I know people who even go into packaging and storage. Some go to Kengen. So it's just a matter of, like what path you decide to take after, because we have the knowledge. Yeah.
Mm. Mm. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. There is various places where you can work, and also the question
Yes.
of renewable energy, and um is it a direct application of your mechatronics knowledge?
Okay, it's not direct application because there's no unit where we majored in renewable energy. There's
Mm.
actually no unit that we were like, this is renewable energy, this is how. There is none. But
Mhm.
we have electrical knowledge and mechanical knowledge, because mechatronics is a combination of electrical, mechanical, and electronics. So when you have that basic knowledge, like the foundation, then
Mhm.
you are able to apply it anywhere. So I had the electrical knowledge. Electrical was not, the best of my unit when I was in school. But when I started applying it practically, I was like, this works. I can do SLDs, I can design stuff. So the knowledge was not transferred like in a classroom. It's just
Mm.
indirect application. And then you just, from what you know about transducers, this the basic stuff that we learn, and then you just build on that. Yeah.
Mm. Mm. Yeah,
Yeah.
actually, that's also another shocking thing for graduates. You come and find
Yeah.
out like the learning you have, it's very foundational, and you have to learn quite a bit afterwards, after you graduate.
Yeah.
So to be open-minded, because
Yeah.
um, not look for, mostly we want to look for places where we can directly apply. For example,
Yeah.
I would want to work, you know, do buildings or do roads, but they're all
Mhm.
other we can try out. So also to just be open-minded. Yeah.
Yeah. Plus, you sign up to be an engineer, so it's and the industry is changing constantly. New advancements are being made each and every day. So you sign up for a career in learning and learning and learning. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And also talking about signing up to be an engineer, I was actually just thinking about yesterday. I think on TikTok, I saw
Mm-hmm.
this TV brand. Like there was this new TV brand, and they were talking about, I don't know, they have a manufacturing company where, and I was just wondering, I think engineers should be the ones starting this new, industries, going more into manufacturing and industrialization and innovation and business, more of that, because we mostly don't think of that as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's because of the high startup capital to open up a whole, manufacturing plant. It might be a bit capital intensive if you want to like go big and, manufacture a lot. But
Mm,
I think the tradition has, slowly shifted. Especially in mobility, there's a lot of manufacturing going on. Okay, it's more of assembly, but it's a step forward. Yeah. And I think there's a lot of investment in Africa nowadays. So there's grants, there's people can apply for grants. So I think manufacturing will be a thing in the future. Yeah.
mm, absolutely. So engineers should
Mm.
start taking direction.
Yes, yes. I think we should start, thinking towards those lines. Um, it's a step in the right direction, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. And I've also heard quite a bit about e-mobility now.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I've had the yeah, okay, the only thing that comes to mind actually is the electric buses. Is that what it's all
Okay.
about?
Mm-hmm.
What you know? Or it's wider than that?
Yeah. Okay. It's okay. It's actually converting just basic petrol or diesel buses to electric ones.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot entailed. There's swap stations for the battery. This
Mm-hmm.
is for motorbikes because in motorbikes they put like a battery pack and then the motorbike runs on the battery pack. And then for buses you can charge them. So there's swapping stations, there's charging stations. So it's it's converting from what is normal, quote unquote, to having
Mm-hmm.
electrical. So there's a lot of things involved. Swapping stations, you have to wire them, three phase for them to charge. So it's a lot of engineering involved. It just seems a bit simple, but when it comes to applying and really like getting it going, it it takes a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Mm.
Thanks for painting a picture on that as well. And now,
Thank you.
just checking on our audience because I see people are tuned in. Thank you so much for joining us. If you have any questions for Lilian, please put it on the comment section. I'll be able to share it with her. And now thinking about, now that I've seen people who have joined, there's actually questions during registration, Lydian. And one of the
Okay.
questions, yeah, one was, I don't know if Joshua, I don't know if he's tuned in, he was asking about getting into mechatronics and starting with a diploma.
Mm-hmm.
And he was wondering how that would be for him. Like, he actually wants to do his diploma first and do his degree, then get into mechatronics. I don't know if you have some knowledge of people who have done that and if it would be, if that would work out for him.
Okay, I haven't heard of a diploma in mechatronics. I don't think there's one in JQuat. I think there's only two universities that offer mechatronics currently. JQuat and Dedan Kimathi. But I
Yeah.
saw a mechatronics plant, like really like three whole buildings, like they look like warehouses in KIST. KIST is Kiambu Institute. I can't remember. I think they changed their name, but I saw like three such big. So I think you can inquire from them if there's a diploma, but I'm not aware yet. I only know of the degrees, and a degree is 5 years in JQuat. So yeah, why don't you start with a degree, and then you will just come out of it with a degree in mechatronics instead of first doing a diploma and then doing a 5 year degree. Or I think now it will take less time, but I don't know what specific units you would require to do for in the diploma level so that you can upgrade to mechatronics. So I I think you can just start with the degree.
Yeah, but okay, yes, I think I think many other students, there are students, I think even the students who go for the options of the diploma, sometimes it's because of the cutout, because of the cutout, because of maybe
Oh,
not
okay,
getting
yeah.
course, so you have to like start somewhere. Yeah.
Okay.
I tend to think that was his question. So he was thinking that if I have to start with the path of doing a diploma, then a degree, how would that pan out for him? Yeah, I think that was the question.
Yeah, and that's why I was saying, I don't know which kind of course you would begin with, because you have to do a diploma, let's say in electrical, and then when you do mechatronics, you won't take 5 years, it will take less time. So since in mechatronics there's both electrical, mechanical, and electronic courses, if you just do one, I think you would go to a mechatronics, institute, and they will be like, you don't have any mechanical courses done or electronic courses done, and then you won't reach the cutout. That's what I meant. You would have to do something that integrates everything that mechanical has to offer, and it
Yeah.
can't be just mechanical alone or electrical alone.
Okay. So the bottom line
Yeah.
is you like a diploma in the whole mechatronics.
Yeah, I would have to do some research if there's a diploma in mechatronics, but it's fairly new. So I think they
Yeah.
only started with, it's fairly new. So I think they only started with degrees, and then I think maybe later on there can be diploma. So yeah, in
Yeah,
JQuat, I'm not aware of diploma. Yeah.
no. The diplomas, it would be the TVETs. I think they're in the TVETs, they're definitely
Mm,
there. Yeah.
yeah,
The
but in
TVETs, yeah.
mechatronics, I'm not sure. But that's why I talked about KIST. It was Kiambu Institute. Now I think
Ah,
they changed their name. It's
yes.
in Kiambu. Yes,
Mm.
they changed their name, but I definitely think they have something to do with mechatronics. I saw a very like advanced uh quote unquote factory over there, and it majorly deals with mechatronics. So I think they have diplomas there. Yeah, you can check it
So
out. Yeah.
yeah. Okay. I think that's well answered. And also, I think I'm thinking, Lilian, I think most courses
Mm-hmm.
anybody has do a diploma then do a degree.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
thinking
yeah,
it's
yeah.
not an issue. Yeah, I think it's not like an issue for any kind of career.
Okay.
And also,
Yeah.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Okay. Yes.
So now onto the job market. I wanted us now to go into like the job market, the work itself. And we wanted
Mm-hmm.
to get into skills, the skills to
Okay.
cultivate. Like we were talking
Mm-hmm.
before, in saying how renewable energy is an application of the knowledge that you have or that you gained during it,
Mm-hmm.
kind of like a direct application. So talking of key skills that somebody can have, I think there are skills that we need to navigate the work environment, like the work environment as a mechatronics engineer. So could you maybe take us through
Mm-hmm.
some somebody can consider cultivating that will give them like an upper hand when they get into the job market.
Okay. This is still while in campus.
While in campus, after campus, just to prepare you for the job market. Yeah.
Okay. I think first of all, you have to have in mind what you want to do. If
Mm.
let's say you want to go into automation, um, there's there's places, there's sites that even offer free courses on PLCs, for example. You can do that. You can cultivate practical knowledge even from the comfort of your home, because most of the times after campus you just don't know what to do. So
Yeah.
I think, while still in campus, be like, this is the industry I want to go into. Let's say, for example, I want to go into renewable energy. There's uh, programs, there's webinars, you can get them on LinkedIn, join, get just get a feel of what is out there that is in the technical, on the technical side. So get some knowledge, do research while you're free, do research, do learn some stuff. At least it will build even on your resume. You will have some prior knowledge to just give you a head start.
Mm.
Um, Practically, now, like as a human being, you also need to cultivate some disciplines,
Yeah.
and one is like time management. You know, after you are done with campus, you're like, hey, the reports are done. That give you headache. In the last year, you're like, the reports are done. I have submitted everything. There's no exams. You don't have to keep going to class every day. So time management becomes something that you just put on the side. So even though you have no place to go, you have no work yet, wake up, at a reasonable time. Don't watch movies the whole day. I'm not saying don't watch movies at all, but do something with your time, read books, or do something that you love that is engaging your mind, because you'll be using your mind a lot. Mm, so I think those are the two things. Just self improvement in terms of technical, just do research. Second thing, just um, learn how to manage yourself. It's like in school, it's like you're on a timetable. So try to just cultivate a timetable for yourself to just prepare you mentally for when you get a job or when you go into the industry.
Mm.
Because sometimes work politics and all these things come into play, and you're like, how do I navigate this? um you just go on TikTok, see what people are saying about work politics, search memes to prepare you mentally for the world out there. Yeah.
Right. For those who want to take that path. Yeah. Actually, you spoke of office politics, and then I actually remembered something I saw on your LinkedIn, and I was so impressed. I don't know if you can touch on
Okay.
it. Hopefully, you can. And it was
Okay.
workplace romance. I think as a system of
Okay.
perception. I was like, wow, this is
Yeah.
interesting. I mean, I so love seeing this on an engineer's profile because you're too serious.
Yeah, yeah,
Just
yeah. I think, by the way, even though I'm an engineer, I love being multifaceted. I love that I'm artistic as well. I So please don't be too serious and just take yourself too seriously. I'm a nerd also. I love reading books, but I'm also a human being. So let me
Mhm.
just put it out there. Don't be
Yeah.
too serious. Don't be like, I'm an engineer. Cut, still, do not joke with me. I do not laugh. yeah, we have to explore other things. Okay,
Yeah.
so do I speak
Mm.
about it?
I actually would like to hear about it. I loved it quite a bit. When I check the profiles, and I also kind of like always look at my own and start thinking about I need to bring out something human that I love doing,
Yes.
and not just
Mm-hmm.
write something technical, design, the
Yeah,
way we
yes, yes.
do it. So every time I find something out of the technical world, I'm like, I love this.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
yeah. So, yeah, please take us through it and just, I would like to hear everything.
Okay, oh no, I feel like this is a story. But I just saw the complexities of workplace romance in the place that I was working at.
Mhm,
Uh, and everyone, everyone just, when I talk to everyone, and everyone being like, my friends, they're like, workplace romance is not encouraged. So maybe this is for someone going into the industry. Please just make sure that you explore other places for romantic, situations, except
mhm,
the workplace. So I realized that the system is kind of, not much goes on in an office. So when you start a romantic relationship, just know you give people, it's like the break they have been expecting. So
mm,
your life is more of out there, romantically. Everyone wants to know what's happening, because sometimes the office gets boring because of
mm,
routine. So you bringing your romantic relationship into the office gives people something to talk about. And trust me, when they are free, they will talk about it. And in that situation, as I was observing, I saw so much, competition, because
mm,
someone is at work, let's say you're a lady, and you have a boyfriend at the workplace.
mm,
There's so many other ladies there who are maybe probably single, and they are your friends from work. One of
mhm,
my mentors, cautioned me and told me work is work. Your workmates are not your friends. So you would think you have friends there at work,
mm,
but they're also single. They see you in a budding relationship and they're like, I want some of that. So you
mhm,
have competition within your office, which we expect competition everywhere, but it's within your workmates. So you can't, there's a lot that goes on. And you, as the lady, if the relationship goes south, there's probably, it's sad, but there's, let's say you are dating like your senior, it's most probably that you'll be the one to be let go of, and not your male counterparts. So yeah, I would like to encourage people to just go on my LinkedIn and check out, the images that I brought out there. There's a lot that goes into it. I think this is like a whole discussion, but I think I've hinted on some of the things that I was trying to bring out.
yeah, yeah. Actually, I found that interesting because I wanted to see one of the places where I worked, one of the
Mhm.
places where I was so shocked to see that normalized, but it was
Mhm.
very orderly. Um, I think it took me, I think I stayed there for almost a year. I didn't know
Mhm.
like I almost like three couples in the whole
Mhm.
office and not like being like married. So I was like,
Oh,
yeah. And
oh my
they
God. Okay.
and yeah, and I didn't know. I had no idea completely.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
So
you
how did
couldn't
they how did they relate to each other?
I couldn't tell. Honestly, I
Okay.
couldn't. I think it was
Did
so
they
professional.
hide their relationship so that not many people knew about it?
The people who had been there knew because
Mm-hmm.
it started. I think it started when they were working there. Then okay,
Ah,
all of them
mm-hmm.
translated to marriage. So I was like, wow,
Okay.
that's so. I had at the time, like I realized it was when one was actually leaving the organization, and then now you see that
Oh,
time when people
okay.
are like, giving their goodbyes. Then that's when you're like, what? It was so shocking. It was so
Oh my
shocking
God,
for
that was
me.
not my experience at all. Yeah, so
But,
that's
yeah.
interesting. That's very good, It's company culture, I think. I think
Mm,
it's the culture that your company uh produces around workplace romance. Because if there was policies and all this, it would be normal. But you
mm,
go to a company where there's a lot of politics involved, and
mm.
then when you bring in romance plus politics, it
Mm.
is a disaster. So
Yes,
I
yes.
think that's good culture. You're spending like half of your time in an office.
Mm.
It should be normal if you wanted to date someone, and yeah, it shouldn't be made like a whole big deal, that doesn't work. So
Mm.
that's kind of what I was advocating for. Um, but in my experience, I saw the guns blazing and I was
Yeah.
like, oh no.
Like beware,
Yeah.
beware.
Yes, yes, I will caution someone to just have that in mind. Just go on my
Mm.
LinkedIn, check it out.
Oh,
Just
yeah, right.
have a picture in mind. Yeah. Just a rough picture. Some places work, you know,
Mm.
some just don't. And
Mm.
it will be, a very sad thing if you went there, all hopeful, and then it just crashes on you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
So
Yeah.
just have the positive and negative aspects in mind before you go into it, and know your company culture. Know your
Mm.
company culture.
Mm. Mm. Yeah, I think being informed is the most powerful thing. So I have shared uh, Lilian's social media handles, LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, and I think the last one would be Instagram. I said Instagram and TikTok. Yeah. So you can check Lilian out, please. You can please follow her and also on LinkedIn. Please engage with the post on one workplace romance. I'd like to hear what you think about what she had put there on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Now, Lily, I think we have gone through, I think also like your journey in mechatronics. We've gone through places where someone can work. We've gone through also the skills. And the skills, when you were talking about the skills, there's also I wanted to ask you because you gave us how someone can actually prepare to enter the industry. But
Yeah.
what skills do you find that once you enter the industry are most appreciated? I'll give you an example for myself. Like
Mm-hmm,
Microsoft,
mm-hmm.
I'll be using that thing so much. Like you'd want to prepare for like so much, but mostly you find like if you have the Microsoft skills, that's what you need on a daily, especially if you're an office engineer. So if
Mm-hmm.
you could maybe like tell us through what that looks like for mechatronics, some of the skills that are most appreciated in the workplace or in business,
Okay.
wherever in the mechatronics aspect here.
Okay. So again, I think it still depends on the industry you go to. For me, as a renewable engineer, one, I'm in technical sales, and there's two aspects of that. There's technical and then there's sales. Technical, I need to have AutoCAD skills to design systems.
Mm-hmm.
Sales, I need, to be approachable. I need social skills. Some of, the best things about me go into my job because I'm really social, and I love, brain work and just things that engage my mind. It depends on the industry you go into. If it's automation, you should have, knowledge on PLCs and all this emerging technology. If you go into software engineering, you'll need to know some languages, as even as the little, the most basic, all these languages that we learn in class. And I would like to encourage someone who wants to actually go into mechatronics, just go.
Yeah.
For me, I'm very aware of the JQuat, space, because that's where I learned and that's where I have more knowledge about. Just go to JQuat, to the JQuat website, and search like mechatronics engineering, and then it gives you a list of everything that we do from first year to fifth year, and you'll see like the subjects and the topics that you learn. So if you want to go into thermodynamics, for example, there's
Yeah.
jobs that go into that. You need thermodynamics knowledge, and you can show
Yeah.
them like in your transcripts you did thermodynamics. So it mostly depends on the industry that you're going for. And these days there's so much knowledge out there, there's no excuse. You can
Yeah.
go search the topics and see what kind of knowledge is this needed in the industry. Just go and chat GPT and be like, in the industry, what is this? If I want to explore a career in tech, for example, and have done mechatronics, and then they'll list it for you. So just, it depends on the industry you're going for.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And speaking of ChatGPT, also now integrating AI into mechatronics, how does that look
Mhm.
like? I'm thinking, is that something that mechatronics do, like developing AI systems and stuff like that? And also like that integration now that AI is here with us. Is that something that someone should be for? Like, how does that play out like in your day-to-day work? Do you find yourself using a lot of AI, or is this something that you're still exploring?
Okay. For me, how have I integrated AI? In my day-to-day work, I wouldn't be on Chat GPT a lot, because it's either I'm designing and you can't be like, please design for me this and this and this. Even it'll just give, there's some, that knowledge that you require, that
Mm,
you have to design. Especially in designing, it won't design for you. It will give you knowledge and ideas, but it won't design for you.
mm,
But writing proposals, I get most knowledge from ChatGPT. Let's say if I want
okay.
to write a proposal for a certain company and I don't have that much information even from their website, so
Yeah.
I'll do a deep dive on ChatGPT.
Okay.
In integrating, AI into, you know, let's say renewable energy,
Yeah.
there's a lot that goes into it, the design of batteries and all that, making the system. I don't want to go to like really into it, because there's someone who won't understand the technicalities, but
Mm,
it's done. There's industrial, growth through AI, but there's people who have done mechatronics and have gone into software engineering and they are doing AI. I have a classmate who is, you know, really into that and he does well. So literally, when you do mechatronics, you can choose any industry that you want to work in. If you want to specialize in AI like as your thing, you can do mechatronics and just apply for a job in such an industry, and you'll be
yeah.
at the back end of just, you know, I don't know if AI is coded or what. I don't know those technical terms.
Yeah.
I don't
but
know the technical terms, but you'll be at the forefront. Yeah, at the forefront of coming up with AI solutions. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much, Lena. I think our time is spent. So before we close, I want
Okay.
us to have some 3 questions for you, quick fire questions. Just answer them. The first answer that comes to mind so that we can know a bit about you. So
Okay.
the first one would be, what's a philosophy that keeps you going?
Um, it's a philosophy from AA or Narcotics Anonymous. I love this. It's one
Mm-hmm.
day at a time. I love
Mm,
one day at a time. Yeah.
okay. If you weren't an engineer, what would you do?
Fashion, definitely.
Fashion.
Yes.
Yeah, actually, you do have a great sense of fashion. You look amazing.
Yeah, I will do fashion.
Yeah. Okay. One superpower you wish you had.
Um, Not overthinking.
Mm,
I think that's a superpower.
yeah,
Just,
yeah. Mm,
being, just being straightforward and doing this and this and this and this. I overthink a lot. It works
mm,
on some levels, but on
mm,
some, it does not.
Awesome,
Yeah.
awesome. Thank you so much, Lilian. I see that people still on the audience. Thank you so much for tuning in. We have been taken through mechatronics engineering. Lilian has shared her journey. She's shared the journey from before campus to campus to the industry in the renewable energy industry. And she's actually an international engineer. She just doesn't work in the country. So please go to her LinkedIn. Please check out what she's doing. Connect with her. If you need to ask her questions, I've shared her handles there. Please follow her in her pages and engage with what she's doing and what she's saying. I really love what you've shared, Lilian. Thank you so much. I know somebody has been helped. Thank you so much, everybody who has tuned with us today. Until next time, this was Buhandi Talks. Cheers.
Thank you so much for having me. It was amazing. Thank you.
Karibu.